Yo. Jsin. Uncensored. Some fresh shit for you. Clean out the oven, boys. Yo. Tell you what I'm like, to what Nas is like. I'm not the extravagant extravaganza type. Kill them assholes, take their ass a hike. Bad guy in the building, bitch, pass the mic. Got your pinky up with a cup of chamomile. Got my finger up, stacking up the ammo pile. Dressed in camouflage, going in commando style. On a rampage that would make your Rambo smile. Didn't ask, have you seen Simpson cartoons? I asked, have you seen Simpsons cartoons? Grew up with no mates, just a pet rock. For knocking people out when I would get mocked. It tends to still happen when I get blocked. Meaning when I'm steaming like a sweatbox. Jsin doesn't like to keep the campers happy. Got them all crapping in their pamper nappies. Don't ask why, my tamper's snappy. Like the neighbour's dog, my answer's yappy. Love thy neighbour, I'll shove thy neighbour off the top of a fucking skyscraper. Uncensored. It's Sunday. You know what that means. What up, IHH? I'm Jsin and welcome to Uncensored. I just wanted to start things off by giving a big shout out to everybody that's been liking, sharing, commenting on the videos. Really appreciate it, folks. Everybody that's been a guest so far, everybody that's done track of the week, everybody just putting the show over in general. And shout out to Alex for just everything he's done. Shout out to Gareth for all the editing, and yeah, I'm just thankful for all the support, guys. Yeah, so anyway, going into it, we've got an interview coming up with the legendary Shane Deane from the Northwest hip hop scene. It's going to be dope as fuck. He's going to be spitting a few bars for us also. But before that, however, we've got track of the week. And this week's track of the week is from a very good friend of mine, L.o.r.d, Let Our Revolution Decide. And the song's titled Dopamine. So here it is, folks.
Believe more than deceive, smoke more than I breathe, smoke more than I read, bleed more than an aid, seed more than your weed, freed more by my deeds. Whatever good means, hope that you're free, wherever it leads, needs more than greed. But never leaves you, defeats you, like me too. Hit the bricks, you put the screen through. Stacked with the bricks, but you wanna lean to. Living life from unobscene view, chemicals in the pills from what we do. Cells of the shells from what we've been through. Fiber optics, so we need to eat too. Higher synoptics relieves you. The pride, need and revive. Surprise we survived, I'm sure we just died. Suicide, suicide.
One of these, it'll all be over.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll all be over. And we won't have to cry no more.
No, we won't.
And we won't have to cry no more.
Yeah. Keep my feet on the grind, back down to the background. No stadiums or packed rides, made a pack to your track pines. Syllables, compound, silly bills, not fine. Really chill, got signed. This word's around in our time. If you're a word, don't stir, sit your ass down. Don't spit till your ass climb. Don't mean to be acting genius. I'm dopamine, but don't you mean you don't believe this? Dopamine, I'm feeling like Jesus. None of these jokers can come close to Phoenix. Simple Simon, quit your whining, take a beat. I'm Buster Hyman, ill as psilocybin. I took a trip to develop my timing and left the anthrax in the envelope it's hiding. Jack's back from the shining. A China bar, see the stars aligning. Attack the whack of rhyming.
One of these,
Floor at the door and a stack of lightning. The superhuman on my metaphors, trying to settle scores with my metaphors. Alphabets, concepts of set a course. God and Norse, I'm swinging hammers from a horse.
So that was Dopamine from L.o.r.d. That tune's available on all platforms. You can get it on Spotify, YouTube, just whatever you're using. Guy's been networking like a motherfucker. He was on Sway bedroom bars there the other day for Insta. Also on his Insta, he's been doing like wee interviews similar to this, like about 7:30 every Wednesday with Irish hip hop artists, so that's cool to check out too. So yeah, hit up Let.o.r.d Revolution Decide on Instagram. Another thing to check out is Jsin has just dropped a new tune, Ethiopia. It is fucking class. If you haven't checked it out yet, you don't know what you're missing. Get it on Spotify, get it on YouTube. I think it's on all platforms, so yeah, get on the ball with that, guys. Now we're going to get back into some rap, back into some bars. We've got Shane Deane spitting a rap for us, and then we're going to get into this interview.
All I see is trends and fake friends, blend them with what, and I don't intend to make amends. A brass neck in the past tense is all you present. You had to see him, didn't know my own strength. All you are is Heineken and game bets. Blue wicket for the bird, she doesn't take the red. You go to work for more than paying the rent. PMA, you're not making sense. Well, vice versa, your time is well spent, cause I wrote this rhyme with educational intent. And maybe years later you'll be getting what I meant. But until then, just look at me as if I've two heads. Yes lad, aye, gives a swig of your best and gives it straight. I've no time for a pint, I need a leave in 10. Acting like these barflies care. Don't you hate it when you walk into a bar and people turn their heads? I can't stand society, I need a different blend. Everyone pretends they pretend. The last real chat that I had was with my fucking pets. And everything's about mental health. Give me that mic back, you melt. Not one of these cunts wants to hear about your ex. So just sit there and shout Northwest and you can't come back to the party. You're a fucking mess. Shout out to Jsin, Uncensored, Northwest Hip Hop.
Thanks for coming on the show, mate. How you keeping?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Thanks for having me on, Jsin.
We met back on whenever the Irish hip hop forum was going about 5 years ago.
Yeah, it would be about 5 years ago.
Pretty mad times, like.
Yeah, around the time that Gyro was on, and Irish hip hop group page was a formidable place to be.
Yeah. Back in the glory days, you had a post in it the other day too, just sort of reminiscing.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping it would spark everything back up again, but I don't know if it will or not.
Facebook's sort of gone in the past.
It's all Instagram now. There's less engagement on Instagram, I've found, because everybody posts on their stories. Like, there's less engagement.
Yeah, it's less crack. Like, I'm only on it, but like, whenever it was the group, it was like, everybody was sharing their music, but you were getting a bit of fucking banter, you know, back and forth too.
Definitely, and like I said the other day as well, if you were shit, or if you were putting on a fake American accent or whatever, you were called out straight away. A lot of it was constructive criticism too.
Yeah, it was like, you were called shite, but it was like, you were called shite for all the right reasons. You know? if you could take it, if you could take it or not, that was a whole different story. Aye, mate, aye. I wanted to get in there. How did you start making music?
Fuck, you're going back a while now.
Yeah.
So I was about 14, just on the kitchen in my dad's house, with a fucking headset, no them old headsets you used to have for the PC, and I found a piece of software called like Magic's Music Maker or something, and you could make beats on it and record vocals. So that's kind of when I started doing recordings. Like,
yeah,
it was all shit, you know. But sure.
Oh, I mate, like we all have to start somewhere, don't we? Like that's
definitely. But I still have all them recordings. Like, do you know what I mean? If they were ever they surfaced. Fuck me, hey.
Yeah, I think the same thing. There was one I done when I was 14 as well, called Just Panic, and like I remember Joe had it up on a YouTube page, and I think it's taken down now. But I always think like, fuck, I'm fucking glad nobody's heard that.
There's two tracks, and I'm not going to say what they're called or what website they're on, but I forgot my like username and stuff for it, so they're like still on this website. These two tracks, really early tracks.
Mate, don't say that. Boys will be digging like there's some cunt out there somewhere.
They won't find it. Like, they won't find it because I was under a different fucking name and everything. Do you know what I mean? Only I know where to find it.
You had a few rap names whenever I first found your music. There was like Cloud9 and Versatile. Like, what was it that made you settle with like just going no the Obi Trace route, no gimmicks, just same thing?
I don't know. It was them names. They never actually came to me. No, the Cloud9 and the Versatile. Yeah. I actually put thought on trying to come up with a rap name, but it was just kind of, it was a wee bit generic. I just I just says fuck it, I'll just use my own name. It's 2 syllables, do you know what I mean? It rolls off the tongue. I just get pissed off trying to find names, do you know what I mean? Thank God I changed my name from Versatile because, one of the biggest Irish
I know,
hip hop
fuck's sake.
acts. Do you know what I mean?
You were Versatile before Versatile.
Aye, but they're that big now that I would be called copy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Amanda just walked on the room there.
What's up, Amanda? Can you hear me anyway?
All good in the head.
That's one thing I wanted to get into anyway. Like, how did the trio of you, Amanda and BMC, like, what was the origin of that?
The trio specific, like me and Brendan were rapping together anyways. And we got involved with a collective in Derry called True Grit.
Yeah.
There was a couple of other MCs and that, and then that kind of went to shit. And one of the guys in True Grit started, supposedly a record label called Music Asylum, and I brought on 2 vocalists. One of them was Amanda. Music Asylum obviously didn't work out, and me, Brenton and Amanda just kind of all hit it off musically and as friends, and that's how it kind of...
Yeah, like, yous have always had a lot of chemistry. Like, to me, it's on a different level. Like, yous are one of my favourite live acts, or yous are my favourite live act.
The main... We always talk about that, you know. The main thing behind that is, first and foremost, because me and Brendan are friends since second year in school. Do you know what I mean? Since we were about 13.
Yeah.
So there's that long-term friendship, and then Amanda gets along with the both of us, and we're friends aside from the music. Do you know what I mean? We hang out together, like, aside from the music.
It's like yous aren't just doing this. Like, yous aren't only friends cause of music. If 2 of yous quit tomorrow, yous would still all be...
we all know each other aside from it. Like, we all know each other's family and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It kind of goes beyond that.
You were telling me you have 2 new tracks coming on the way. Can you talk a wee bit about them?
They're kind of already out. It's tracks that we've been playing for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's one of them's called Classic, and it's just your standard.
Oh yeah, I know Classic. Yeah.
It's just your standard hip hop tune, no battle bars, but like with Amanda on the hook, it's like really catchy. So there's that, and then the other one was Escapism, which is a bit more new. That's kind of touching on the mental health epidemic and suicide, specifically in Derry, but it kind of talks about it in a more broader outlook, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
Emotional one. They are up on Spotify already. I haven't really promoted them yet though.
Yeah, like are they just up today, or was it yesterday, or?
I don't even know. See that Distro kid, man? They're fucking weird. Like you post your music on their page, and then it's like, oh, we'll let you know when it's out, and it's like it's already released on Spotify before you even know it's out.
Aye, fuck, that's a bit weird. Like,
could have been yesterday, could have been today. Who the fuck knows? Like.
Yeah, when we were talking yesterday, it was like, you didn't even know if they were out yet. I was like...
Oh, no. I know. So I haven't even had time to sit down, like, and decide how I'm going to promote them. No, if I still haven't promoted them by the time this interview gets out there, then you can go and find them.
You were telling me before, the trio might be coming to a close after these songs.
Yeah, definitely, because we had planned to put together an album. I think everybody's heads were just a bit too busy in other endeavours, and we were all kind of busy with hosting live nights and stuff, and just work and bits and pieces in between. And sure, me and Amanda live an hour apart from Brendan, so trying to get everybody together at the same time, and we were sitting on these songs for like so long, and we just kind of lost the buzz for them. So we just decided to kind of, though Brendan do his solo album, me and Amanda will do our own thing, or we'll do something separate. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
But we're still Northwest hip hop, like, do you know what I mean? We're still probably, like, when this lockdown's done, we might host a couple more gigs. No, we'll always hype each other up on stage and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, like you'll always work together in some capacity, but just from the collaboration standpoint, that's going away for a wee while.
Not forever. I don't want to say forever, because who the fuck knows? Like,
never say never.
For sure.
Yeah, and another thing you guys are doing, you guys are in the youth work now.
Yeah.
Can you talk a wee bit about that there? Just because a lot of people probably don't know you are doing that now down in the Northwest.
No, we started that last year, and to be quite honest, what we're doing is, like, when me and Brendan started Northwest Hip Hop back in, I think it was 2014, this was one of the things that we always wanted to do. As I was saying before, last year, was it last year? No, I can't remember. We did like a charity night in Bennigan's in Derry, and
Yeah.
for mental health awareness, and this community workshop place in Derry kind of got in touch with us and says they wanted to do art therapy for young people suffering with mental health issues. So we jumped at the opportunity, wrote a program, and they took it to like a funding body, got rejected. I think it got rejected a second time, and then we finally got the funding for it. So we've been, up until the lockdown, we had been running this group, 13 to 16-year-olds, teaching them how to rap, teaching them how to express themselves, teaching them a wee bit of beat making, just bits and pieces like that. The whole purpose of it is to get the Waynes to talk about things that they wouldn't in a professional setting with an actual counsellor. So we're trying to get them to put their story on a rap rather than them sitting face to face with a professional counsellor.
Yeah.
It's more fun that way, you know.
I find it easier to open up to, you know, like if you're writing on a song, then I've been in doctors' rooms and stuff, and like you can't just, it's hard to just open up your story to some stranger, but like if you're writing with a piece of paper to yourself, you can just let it all out.
Aye, exactly, and doing it through music like that, it adds another purpose to just you opening up. There's another purpose there. You can turn around and say, well, fuck, maybe someone else going through this will relate to what I'm writing here, and maybe they'll start rapping as well. Do you know what I mean? So it adds another purpose to, you know, expressing yourself.
Yes. How are you all taking to it? Like, are you finding, you know, this new career in a sense? Like, are you adapting to it well?
I would say so, you know, but you're going to get your ups and downs and things like this. Definitely. Like, I'm excited. We do it once a week for 4 hours. I'll be excited every time Tuesday comes around. Like, that obviously says something.
Yeah,
I'm not dreading it or anything. I'm excited to go on. No, obviously it comes with its challenges in terms of, like, you might think this guy's not really interested and he's not doing much, but then, like I said before, he'll come on and surprise you with a whole pile of verses that I wrote at home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're just like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
we're getting somewhere.
Aye.
Like,
Yeah.
I suppose it's rewarding to use too, you know.
Aye, it's them wee moments when you realise that you're actually having an effect on somebody.
Yes.
Like coming from an abusive background or whatever they're going through in their home life.
That's, you know, your target audience too, and like you're getting to make a direct impact from teenagers and stuff that are going through trauma.
Aye, well that's because I went through a lot of it myself. A lot of these Waynes too, they're dealing with grief.
Yes.
Through like family members, no, committing suicide or whatever, or friends, or do you know what I mean? So it's actually it's a preventative thing as well.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
We're trying to break cycles and break patterns.
Well, it sounds like the next generation of Northwest hip hop's in good hands.
Definitely.
Do you think we'll see a lot more artists coming through in the Northwest because of this here?
I would say so. One of the guys in the groups, he's already there. Do you know what I mean? We don't really have to teach him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's already made music. He's made a couple of albums. No, he's performed live on stage, and it's great. He kind of came under the group later on, and it was good to have him on there because a couple of other boys were like getting really starting to get competitive because he was like further along.
Yes, mate, that is great. That is great because like they can see where they need to get to.
Yeah, as soon as the competitive thing that drives other people then. So I would definitely say it would spawn a couple of other MCs maybe out of it. Fingers crossed. Maybe in 10 years' time you'll see a couple of them on stage at a lecture.
I'm looking forward to it, mate. I actually really am. Like, you know, I think they're doing the same. They're trying to start doing the same thing in Fifth Element, and like I just can't wait. Like 10 years from now, how many more people are going to be doing this? Because there's so many fucking. It used to be whenever I was a kid, you couldn't even, the idea of even getting a show was like couldn't fathom it, and now it's like there's so many opportunities for young people to get involved in this.
It's like between now and 10 years ago, there was a time, like when I started, for instance, the first 5 years of me doing rapping and stuff, there was fucking barely anything going on, and you were nearly afraid to tell people that you were a rapper.
Yeah, mate.
People just wouldn't take you seriously, do you know what I mean? But if you look at where it's all come now in the last 10 years, picture what it's going to be like 10 years after this.
Well, a lot of people did know I rapped when I was a kid, and it was like there was stigma there, like in school, because it was shite too. So it definitely didn't help.
It's one thing to be a rapper, but if when you're doing it at the start and you're shit, you're definitely getting some fucking grief. Like
it was funny, but because No, I did progress. Like, whenever I put out the Sin album or something, everybody in my school was near listening to it. They sort of fucking either clown on me or to like it, but I didn't care either way because they were listening.
I would see you going through that. What that does then is anybody in your local vicinity, it makes it easier for them to start up then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? On the eyes of the public, because the people's already seen a local MC. So the next time that comes around, it'll be easier. Do you know what I mean? Just the whole scene kind of evolves that way.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. One thing I wanted to get into was Sustenance. Mate, that fucking album's a masterpiece. Like,
Cheers.
yeah, I say that from the bottom of my heart, like, because there's only a couple of them in Ireland that would call that, and like, it is one of them.
Well, like that was Kane put a lot of work into that. No Cronus from Wake and Android. He made all the beats on that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's a fucking excellent producer. Like, sorry, mate. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying though, whenever the tracks were finished, even the way that they stitched them together, they kind of make everything blend. It just tied the whole project together, which is what I wanted out of any album, really.
See, at the before you started working with Cronus too, like, you would have done. Well, I was under the impression you would have produced most of your stuff and done most of your mixing. So, what was the decision to, like, right, I'm going to bring Cronus on board to help me produce this album?
One of the reasons was because his beats are just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Secondly, like, I had met him a few times at some of the Elixir events and that, and everybody was just on the same wavelength, and I was always a big advocate of people working together. Another reason was just they put more focus on just the lyrics and the recording side of things, more headspace for that, you know.
Do you think we'll see that partnership again on future projects?
We've talked about it. We have a few we have a few tracks that never actually got released, and one that was made after.
Yeah.
But we still don't know what we're going to do with it yet. We've dabbled with the idea of doing another album, but we don't know yet.
Even it'd be interesting to see even like a EP or something, you know, that's in some form connected to Sustenance.
Yeah.
You know, like,
definitely.
No, it was on the cutting room floor.
No, the lost tapes, as people. It's definitely something we would talk about for sure.
Whenever, if I'm selling CDs or something, and I'll take the Joyride ones and put them in with one of my albums, you know, so if I'm selling CDs, it's like, you're not just getting 12 songs, you're getting 17 or something. Just because somebody's going to buy a physical, will give them more material.
You put a couple of bonus ones on there. Definitely. Yeah. It makes that, when if someone's under your music, when they get that and they feel like they have something that no one else has, then bonus tracks that you might not put online.
Yeah, like, do you remember the one Motherfuckers Need Jesus? I think
so. I think I remember. I think you might have performed that one at. Mind you came down to Derry for the skate park gig.
Yeah, like, that's not online, but like, if you buy a physical CD, you've got it.
Yeah.
Like, I try to do that with some projects, you know, just as like a way. This is just for your ears only.
Have you any more of them CDs?
Yeah, I've got ones lying about, and I'll probably print more. Like, next time I'm going to Elixir or something.
I might hit you up for a wee.
Mate, I'll throw you one, no problem. Like, next time, we're definitely going to be crossing paths once all this shit's over again. Like,
everybody's going to be out.
Mate, that's
cabin fever's kicked in big time.
Anyway, going back in the Sustenance, like, my favourite track on it was Damaged Part 3.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed, just because you were saying about acoustics and stuff, you know, in the open mic, like, it just reminded me, the acoustic version of it was fucking sick too, that you had up on Facebook.
Yeah, that was Kane and Gilmore actually had come, they had made the trip down from Belfast down to here. They record their feature verses on the album, and we ended up just doing that pure spontaneous. You know, we were just sitting around, and Kane played the guitar, Amanda had the tambourine out in that, or was it the tambourine? I can't even remember now. But yeah, that was a good wee moment.
Yeah, it's like, I think sometimes some of the best stuff that you can sort of put together is just like sort of out of the blue.
Aye, definitely. Well, spontaneous moments are always the best.
Yeah.
When it works.
Saying about Damaged, what was the crack with the trilogy? Like, did you plan that, or was it just by coincidence?
No, well, I did the first one, just Damaged. Like, I actually had that written to another beat. It was a beat that I had actually wrote the melodies and stuff myself, but I wasn't feeling it anymore, so I scrapped it, put the lyrics to the side, and then I started sampling. Then that's when I first started properly sampling. I found this guitar sample, just put the lyrics on it, and the name Damage is because it's on the first bar. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then, you know, I wrote part 2, but every time when I wrote part 2 and part 3, I hadn't went under the tracks thinking, oh, this is going to be Damage part 2, this is going to be Damage part 3. The tracks were wrote, and then I thought it's all in the same vibe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because like
that.
even if you listen to Damage Part 3, you're like, you think it would be called My Soul, you know, with the chorus, and then it was like, if you listen to the 3 back to back, you're like, oh wait, no, they are all the same style.
Aye, it's kind of moving up the crescendo. Do you know what I mean? The first one's like really fucking dark, and no, in terms of mental health and alcohol abuse and drugs and stuff. That's that first one. The second one is dark. It kind of lifts a wee bit, but it's a bit more. You're using your brain a bit more, and then the third one's kind of escaping from the rubble, kind of. You know, goes up there crescendo nearly.
One thing you were telling me was, see, this year you want to be more collaborative with artists. So like, there's no project really in the works just yet, but you're wanting to collaborate a lot. Is there any like features you can give us a heads up about that's going to be happening in the upcoming year?
Well, yeah. There's a rap outfit in there called Crackpipe.
Yeah.
They're a rap duo. Adam raps and D Mackley. Brilliant.
Yeah, mate, like, I seen Jay Sutton even had up, says there's shades of the DBMCs in there, like, he sees a lot of himself and what they're doing now.
Yeah, I get what he's saying there, definitely. And if you know them, if you speak to them, you would say that even more. Them boys are brilliant, and they're good writers as well. But D Mackley, just because I was banging beats together and making tracks and just putting wee bits and pieces up online, and he sent me a text and was like, let's do something. So I sent him a track. It's done. It's more or less done. We just have to put a wee couple of bits here and a couple of bits there, and then we'll bang it out.
Yeah, just polish it up a wee bit. I'm looking forward to that there one. That'll be fucking sick. Like, you were telling me you wanted to get into something, like, sort of distinguish something about the whole Northwest hip-hop.
Despite popular belief, Northwest Hip Hop, but as us as a trio, was never actually our group name. Do you know what I mean? We never had a group name. Northwest Hip Hop from the outset was created. The main purpose of it was to create a platform for anybody else that was doing any kind of hip hop in the Northwest, and we could help promote it through our platform from the reputation that we had built up. That was the kind of the idea, but because I don't know how it happened, but anytime we were on gigs and shit, we were down as Northwest Hip Hop.
NWHH.
It was probably easier as well than putting the 3 names down, though, to try and fit them on the posters. To just whack NWHH down. No, the easiest way to find anything that we've done is type in Northwest Hip Hop.
Oh,
I can see where people's coming, and from a promoter standpoint, I wouldn't want to have to guess how they spell the dysfunctional BMs. No offense to Breton, like, but he spells it a most fucked up way, but I think he kind of he likes that. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I like it. This funk, you know,
confuses people.
It's funny. That's one thing we were saying yesterday. Like, see Brendan live. He's fucking like, he's one underrated fucking artist. Like, I think people could learn a lot from him just watching what he does live.
He embodies an MC.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the thing, I don't know if anybody's ever like thought about this. Probably not. But what people don't know is that like all them chants and hypes and stuff in between, they're all spontaneous. He doesn't like premeditate them. Do you know what I mean? It kind of just comes out.
Yeah, it's just on the fly.
Do you know what I mean? And he's a really good freestyler too. He doesn't freestyle as much as he should. He's a really good freestyler, and I think that probably helps when he's on stage. Then coming up with wee kind of wee chants in between the verse and the hook. No, them kind of quiet parts of a track. No, just to kind of fill the gaps. He's really good at that stuff.
It was like, I think you had already done Elixir, but it was like Brendan was the one, you know, it was his songs this time, and it was just like, I remember watching it going, and there was like, I can't remember who it was, there was someone over from England or Scotland before him, and it was like, he's fucking upstaging these boys, like.
I know, I remember that, like, he just kind of he's so confident up there.
Yeah, it's just the charisma, and he just owns the stage. All of you together, like, it's just different level. Even yourself, like, your thing is more lyrics, you know, how important is it to you being a competitive MC?
I can never see myself getting under the battle scene. Contemplated it, but I'm still competitive at the same time.
Yeah, you're sort of like me in that sense, because I was approached a couple of times to do battles, and then like they always fall through, and I'm just like, this is a waste of fucking bars.
Man, you'd be fucking class at battling. You've got that kind of style about you. I think you'd be lethal at battling. Do you know Willie G?
Yeah, mate, Willie G's the fucking man. I had his track on the first show, you know,
Yeah.
for track of the week.
I'm putting a shout out now. The battle of the century would be Jsin versus Willie G. That'd be fucking class. That would be class.
Fucking hell, man.
I dare someone to disagree with me on that.
But I'd definitely
Oh,
be.
it'd be a good battle.
It's crazy too. Like, is there anyone, like, if you ever were going to battle, who would you? Like, who would be the one person you think would be like a dream match?
I think me and Jay Sutton would be a good battle, and I don't know why, but he was the first person that popped into my head. Not that I want to diss him or anything.
Oh no, like, it's just
a
all
lot of respect for his music. Do you know what I mean? We've worked together. No, and we've talked about the idea of doing a joint EP, but I think we're similar MCs, so I think that would make for a good battle.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'd like to see that. I'd pay money for that actually.
That'd be good.
Fucking pay-per-view.
Aye.
Know what I mean?
I wonder if we'll ever see an actual battle league in the north. No, a good one.
It'd be class, mate. It would be class. See, it's like a sort of rap is full NI or something, because it's sort of hard too. Like, people don't really want to travel fucking 4 hours to go and get smoked in a battle. You sort of need something up here for people to dip their toe in the water and see if they can do it or not first.
The main thing would be, is there enough battle MCs? Like, is there enough MCs up here that would want to do it? You know, I think they start off with everybody would jump on it just to kind of get it going.
Yeah, you would just have to do it, and it's like
Aye.
you need to go in with the mindset too. Like, it's just a bit of fucking crack. Like, I'd love to do it, like Fifth Element or something. You know, it's sort
That's
of
a shout.
you know, why not? Because we need wee things or something to bring people in, you know, and start getting people introduced to the building since it's like brand new. So even if you're not like a big hip hop fan, if that was getting promoted in the centre of Belfast, and like even the average person would be like, fuck, you've got my interest.
I think, yeah, I think that would bring more people than the gigs, just the normal gigs bring.
Yeah.
I think, and I'd be really surprised if the Fifth Element boys, if Gilmore and all them boys, if they haven't already thought about that.
What about Lee anyway? Any chance of this fucking Corchin's coming back?
I keep telling him, he needs to get at it. That was fucking brilliant crack. You know, that we're calling that first series of videos season 1, so we might see a season 2.
Yes, mate. Tell him to get on it. Fucking. That's what I was saying to you yesterday. Like, I would drive down the fucking Derry just to fucking or down the. Where is Lee living? Derry.
Derry, yeah.
I'd fucking go down to Derry just to do it. Like.
Well, see, that's the type of Lee as well. He would have had like no problem. He would have drove up to you. He would have drove the Belfast to get Steve Locke or Wake and Android, or he would have drove to Port Rush to get the DBMC's boys up in the Triangle areas. He would have drove to Dublin. He would have drove to Galway, Limerick, just to get that video. That's the type of him.
Yeah, mate. It's just something different. Like, it's. Do you know what I mean? Like, them wee things. It sort of just adds to the scene, because we need things like that up here. Like, it can't just be wagging your music up. If we need platforms like outside of social media that promotes music.
Aye, and it just keeps the buzz going as well.
Yeah.
It's like, right, I might not be in the forum to listen to his album today, but oh, here's a video. I'll watch that. Do you know what I mean? It just kind of it's wee bits in between like the gigs and the albums that helps the scene in general. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think of the state of the scene in general at the minute?
I think it's good. Like, I think, no, I don't think the buzz is as high as it was. No, up here in the north.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it, like 2-3 years ago it was like everybody was fucking at something. I think it's kind of quiet and down a bit, but no, when you start getting the heavy hitters releasing music again,
Yeah.
and putting on more nights, do you know what I mean? And more acts coming through, you'll start seeing it buzzing again. But it kind of feels as if it's quiet and down a bit. But that's only natural. It's going to happen, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like we need to sort of take breaks to fucking come up with the music and stuff and sort of live it. Get some more life experience to get inspired.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great fucking music coming out up here. Like, Steve Locke's an absolute machine.
Yeah, mate, like fucking...
He put out 2 albums this year, like.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, like, that is nuts. It's a shame too with this lockdown too, because, like, you know, it's definitely... People are saying it's a good time for music. I sort of disagree in a sense, because, yes, it's a good time to work on music, but see fucking promoting it. It's like putting up on your social media is not going to get hundreds of people listening. It's fucking going to gigs and taking out CDs and shit. Like, that's where the real promotion's at for me, like.
Exactly, and you're 100% right. It's a good time to work on music. It's a good time to experiment. It's a good time to kind of melt into your wee bubble and come up with something. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm thinking about after the lockdown, because when you make a project, no, you're making a project, yes, and you're putting it out there for people to listen to, but what you're also thinking about is the wave that comes after it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
The gigs, the fucking connecting with people, meeting new people, listening, blah blah blah, all that shit. You can't do that now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's a bummer. Like, it is a fucking bummer. Like, you see people as a rap fan even, like fucking like L.o.r.d, the Rugged Man or something, dropping this big massive album, and you can't even fucking go down to, you know, Dublin or whatever to fucking see it performed.
But he's the kind of MC like that. That's another classic album if you give it a second spin or a full spin at all. No, even after the lockdown, even in 2 years' time, that album will still be relevant.
Oh yeah, like, I know that there. I just mean, like, if people are going to drop these really fucking heavy albums and, like, they can't even really celebrate it, which is, like, sort of a downer, you know, to some degree.
That's true. It'd be good to kind of just hold off until, like, I'm holding off until after the lockdown before I put any kind of body of work out. You know what I mean? I might put a tune here, a tune there, but in terms of full body of work.
See, when you start working on your, like, next body of work, your next project, mixtape, whatever it is, have you got, like, a new sound in mind, or is it going to be similar to what we've seen?
That's what I'm struggling with at the minute.
Because I know that is hard, like.
It's what direction they go to. There's so many different kind of styles and vibes and sounds and just imagery that I want to tamper into.
Yeah.
You know? I don't want to make a mix mash album of, like, a bluesy sounding track and then an electronic.
I don't like that.
This and that. I don't want to do that. Do you know what I mean? Because what you're making then's a mixtape.
Yeah, you want an overall vibe, not a compilation. Like, an overall style from start to finish.
Exactly, and I think that's one problem with the scene today. Actually, is quantity over quality. People's not putting together bodies of work anymore. They're just making tracks, banging it out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, they need to take the time, take a breather, and distinguish who am I, what is my sound.
Aye.
Like, it's okay experimenting with things, but you need to actually think what suits me, and then, like, go for it. You know, for at least a project.
And it's not to say that you have to make, like, a concept album, but just have the overall vibe of the album. No, whereas in 7 years' time, and you've made 4 or 5 other albums, you hear one song off on the third album, you know which album that came from, because it's got that kind
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's the exact way to put it, mate. Like, whenever I done the Sin album, it was, like, more, like, old school type shit, and then whenever I done Anger Management, it was, like, some synths and more rock.
Yeah.
You know, so each album, you know, if you played something on the Sin album, you would know it's from that one, and if you played something on Anger Management, you would know it's from that one.
Yeah, that's the goal, really.
Yeah.
In making an album, like, you can have all different topics and concepts and all that throughout the album in terms of the lyrics, but in terms of the sound and that vibe, I think you should kind of stick to one kind of sound.
One thing I wanted to talk about was, right, beat making. So you make beats too. Is there a certain way you go about making your beats, or, like, what would be your process?
Well, I have a couple of different processes. No, I make different styles. Do you know what I mean? I like making just your standard boom bap with a like a lethal sample. But I also like making electronica music too.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a wee bit different where I'm writing the melodies myself using virtual instruments, and it's all to do with mood. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whatever you're in the mood for.
like you were talking to me about sampling, like, and I thought it was really well the way you put it. Like, can you talk about sampling with records rather than like sampling for YouTube?
Well, I've only just tried my hand at sampling from records, like literally within the last week or two. And the thing I've learned straight away off the bat was it changes your whole approach.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're sampling off YouTube, if you're going on YouTube, and what does most people do is they'll probably type on samples and then they'll go to like a playlist of samples, and this is someone else who has like went through and dug for all these samples and compiled them on their playlist. So then you go through them and you're not even listening to the music. You're just you're just looking for that one wee loop or that one wee thing, and you're not listening to the music. Whereas with a record, you're taking the time. They pull the record out, pull it out of the sleeve,
Yeah.
sit it. Do you know what I mean? So you're going to sit and listen to the whole record back to back, appreciate the music, and then take a bit more care with what sample you're taking.
Yeah, you just appreciate it so much more once you've actually
Aye.
found it and sat and dug for it.
You appreciate it a bit more and you take more care with it. And do you know what I mean? All the best hip hop tracks that was ever made has come from vinyl records. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can't see like a non-fiction record or track on that being sampled from YouTube. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
You know, or Jedi mind tricks or something like that. No, they weren't on fucking YouTube. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's definitely, like, I'm moving out here soon. I definitely want to get a record player and start, collecting records. Something I haven't really been able to do living at home, because I can barely even fucking play music on my computer at home with the kids running about.
Yeah.
Most of them
Definitely get the record player. Even not even for like if you're going to try your hand at sampling, just get it just to listen to music on it, because some people will turn around and say that the quality difference isn't that much, and they're fucking lying, or they've just got a shit ear.
Yeah.
Because the quality there is a difference, major difference.
Yeah, it's just a different ball game entirely. Do you want to do any shout outs?
Just fucking shout out to all the heads, just Wally G, fucking Steve Locke, Disgrace, Cronus, Jsin,
Yo.
fucking Danny Droppit, all the DBMCs, Corey Love. Corey Love's one of the best fucking MCs in this country.
The Love Doctor.
He needs to put a fucking album out.
I know, mate. I was talking to him a while ago when he told me he was doing like an EP, Day to Day shit, and then I guess it was a couple of years ago. Like, I was fucking hyped for it.
No, I'd say it'll come eventually. You know, he needs to put a body of work out, because it would fuck the whole shit up.
Yeah.
So it would. No, I was just going to say, just fucking shout out the BMC, shout out the Amanda Healy, Lee Simpson, everybody that was involved in the crack,
The whole team.
Aye, the whole team. The whole staff.